Hey there, viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Legacy Evolution Twincast. Now, this guy and Metal Hawk, who I reviewed previously, seem to coincidentally have the same color palette with these primary colors. I mean, they both seem to have blue as their main colors, with a yellow chest, and bits of red. Whether that was intentional or not to have them in the same wave, I don't know, but still. So, taking a look at the box. Of course, we've got the standard Legacy Evolution style of packaging. So, of course, got the like a window, which pretty much the Legacy boxes have. Got his name, and also included is Rewind, which we'll take a look at. Got his boombox mode, which is just colored from Blaster's artwork. The side, we've got his robot mode, again, recolored from Blaster's artwork. The side, we've got the Legacy Evolution mural, or one half of it. The back, we've got him in both modes. Once again, recolored from the back of Blaster's box. Got Rewind here. And the Evo Fusion gimmick, which is apparently using the gun as a radio antenna. I don't know, maybe they just ran out of ideas for an Evo Fusion gimmick, or more likely they just used what they could. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. Well, first of all, got the QR code on the top. So yeah, now looking at this guy, of course, Twincast is Blaster's rebuilt form from the Headmaster series. Just like how Sound Blaster was originally Soundwave's rebuilt form before he became a mercenary in the War for Cybertron series in Cyberverse. This guy is meant to be Blaster's rebuilt form. Although I think in this series in Legacy, he's just meant to be a clone. So yeah, if you want to put him with Blaster, then go ahead. It's not gonna screw up lore or anything, because he's meant to be a clone. I mean, sure. But yeah, of course, this is meant to just be a Twincast nonetheless. So obviously the red's been replaced with blue. The black on the speakers is replaced with red. And the gray on the sides here is now a sort of dull, milky white color. However, they didn't retool the cassette door to hold two cassettes, which is sort of a bummer, but seeing how this is a mainline figure, I guess it's kind of understandable, because, you know, that would take a bit of extra budget. So, I guess I can sort of see why they didn't do that. Well, what was Sound Blaster, like the Seed or Select Sound Blaster having it? Still sort of a downer. But, well, let's just have a look at the details. Well, we've got these knobs here, which I'm pretty sure are meant to... Yeah, of course, I'm a Gen Z person, so I more use like phones for music nowadays, but pretty sure these are meant to be for like volume. These are not colored on this version of on yeah, these are not colored. Got what looks to be a headphone jack. It's too small to actually take headphones though, so I'm not going to risk it. Of course, we've got the buttons, which if you press, actually opens the cassette door. And we'll take a look at Rewind soon. Got some more little knobs here, which... Andy... Sounds weird if you're a UK person, but anyways. Got the speakers here, which are covered by this, because I think Blaster had these in the show animation model. The sides, which obviously these are going to be the robot mode speakers, but I think in the cassette player mode these are meant to be like cooling fans, maybe. I don't know. It's just some side detailing. Got this, which is meant to be the foot. The back, which, yeah, it's not much to talk about here. And going underneath, not much to talk about. The handle, which, I mean, of course you can use it as a handle. So, yeah. And well, that's pretty much it for the tape player mode, so let's talk about Rewind. And of course, this is pretty much a recolor of Eject, and I'm pretty sure people were expecting this, especially what of Shattered Glass Blaster coming with Shattered Glass Rewind. Well, just like with Eject being all clear plastic, this guy's all clear plastic, which, I mean, okay. Eject was all clear plastic just because that was the gimmick of Year 1 Legacy. So this is more of a remnant of that. I mean, like, I can sort of see his face poking through, which... So, yeah, this guy might be all brittle in 5 years' time. I don't know, because both Ejects that I have, because I have both the Kingdom and Legacy versions. I don't know why, but both Ejects I have are still intact for now, so who knows. That's pretty much all I have to say for a Rewind. I mean, if you have a Times Return Chrome, you could probably put them together, but I don't know. Maybe just use the Times Return Rewind for that. I don't know. Now for the accessory, of course, I got the rifle. Although with Twincast, his rifle is usually red, whereas this is black. Probably because this came from a bit of the sprue, which was still black. So I don't know. He could probably just paint it red, but still. And for storage, of course, you can just put it on the back normally, like the instructions tell you to do. Or if you want to do the Evo Fusion, now you can have it as a radio antenna. I mean, sure, I guess. Yeah, this is probably because they were looking for some sort of way to market an Evo Fusion gimmick for this guy. Because, of course, this is a pre-existing mold. And there wasn't really anything sort of combinatory about like the accessory. It's literally just Blaster / Twincast's gun. And at least with like the Skids mold, they could actually market the combining weapons for crosscut, but with this, yeah. So I can sort of see why. Because, like with the type of 10 sellers that I have, I do sort of like to put the gun like this as an antenna. So I guess I can sort of see why they did this. But yeah. Also, this is one of the few weapons in post-siege that doesn't take blast effects, which I remember back when Kingdom blast effects came out, I was worried that they were phasing out blast effects because of this, but of course now we're in, like, well, Wave 5 of Legacy, or Wave 2 of Legacy Evolution, if you will, and we're still doing blast effects. So, I mean, like, we've literally got, we've got, like, the Guardian robot from Wardorn being released in Selects now, and that's coming with some blast effects, because it's a recolor of Siege of Omega Supreme, so, yeah, blast effects are not going anywhere. So, comparing this guy with Blaster, of course, the only differences are going to be the colors. So, of course, the red's now blue, the gray here is now a milky white color, and in fact, even the handle's sort of different because they sort of extended the handle's color here, as you can see. Also, some of the knobs here are not colored in on Twincast. Also, the underneath of the foot is now the same color, because it's still black in robot mode, but yeah, you'll see. And well, comparing eject with rewind, if we just get these two out of the way. Of course, the only difference here is the colors. But it's still nice to finally have these two together, because, of course, excuse me, Time's Return did skip out on eject, so at least we do finally have these two together. And well, of course, putting this guy with Sound Blaster, well, of course, it's a size difference, but of course, Siege, I think Siege in Japan did have a Sound Blaster, so of course you can just get that version. And, well, just before we get onto the transformation, as I mentioned earlier, they didn't retool the door to be a double door, so you can't fit two cassettes in, unfortunately. Which, kind of unfortunate. So, yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about the boombox mode, so let's get on to the transformation. So, to get these guys transformed, let's start off with rewind. So, to get rewind transformed, we're just going to get the head up, untap the legs, rotate the legs around 90 degrees, untap the arms, spin the head around, and there you go. And for Twincast himself, we're just going to untap the handle, just move that back, and use tab in like so. It's actually molded in red plastic, just painted black. I know, probably because of like the sprue or something, but yeah, that just tabs in like so. Lift this up. Get the legs down like so. Flip these little bits in, close this up, and then rotate the leg around. Move this little flap down again. Rotate the waist. Move the ankle tilt down so you can get the foot out. That's the easiest way to do that, because yeah, that's not moving if you try to just move it normally. So just move the ankle tilt, get the foot down like so. Then rotate these little, I guess, cooling fans around, and they become the robot mode speakers. Rotate the arms around. Rotate the hand around. Do the same on the other arm. Open this back piece up. Then get the head out. Close this back up. And there you go. Here we have Twincast in robot mode. So yeah, pretty much the exact same as Blaster, but still, I quite like that transformation. Especially the bit where these flip around. So yeah. And looking at the robot mode, I mean, of course, it's a direct recolor of Blaster, but I think I actually kind of prefer Twincast's colors. I don't know. Looking at the head, the one thing I noticed is looking at Twincast's head compared to Blaster's. Blaster just has a normal stoic face, whereas Twincast's face is actually smirking. So yeah, they actually sort of retooled the head, or maybe it was just an alternate head or something, but that's character. I like it. I really do like it. So yeah. And we'll just adding in Rewind, so we have a quick look at him. Yeah, not much to say about Rewind. I mean, like, we literally got his shattered glass counterpart before we got his normal counterpart, so yeah, not much to say aside from be careful because he's pretty much almost entirely clear plastic. In fact, just before I give this guy his gun, of course, this was also a Blaster. If you notice, like, this hand's got the usual fist, but this hand's got a finger out. I'm pretty sure the main purpose is so he can press the buttons here. Probably not going to be able to show this on camera, but yeah, but you can make it look like he's actually pressing the button to eject someone. Well, not eject, but you know what I mean. So yeah. Or if we actually bring in the gun, it could be a trigger finger. So yeah, that's really cool. Again, I wish this was red, but oh well. Of course, you can just paint it red, but Now let's actually bring in Blaster here, because yeah, these guys do look really cool together. And the fact that they characterize Legacy Twincast as just a clone instead of a rebuilt Blaster, it does allow some possibilities. So yeah. And plus now you can have Eject and Rewind together. If only they would give us the rest of Blaster's cassettes, like Steeljaw. Like, he was literally in the War for Cybertron series, like, for a few seconds. Sure, he was dead, but like, he was still there, so why can't we get Steeljaw? And of course, having a quick 360 of these two. Again, the only difference is the colors. Like, the handle is literally just painted black instead of being molded black. Same with the feet. But still. Of course, the gun can't take blast effects, unfortunately. Which this and the slam is what caused me to think that blast effects were being phased out, which frankly they weren't. But of course, we still have the other ports, like on the shoulders, the forearms, the back, the sides of the legs, and even the feet. So you have, like, at the time, fossilizers, or nowadays the junkions. So you can create some crazy combinations, or in my case, just plug in some other blast effects, because why not? So, yeah. And well, for the articulation of these two, for rewind, well, his head can go side to side. He can sort of look up in a little ball joint. The arms can move, although, again, be careful. Clear plastic. You can T-pose. This is on a ball joint, so he's got elbows, which can swivel. Nothing at the waist. This can kick forward. He can sort of kick back. He's got knees. Actually, really good knees. And this can swivel. So, yeah. And for Twincast himself, well, his head can go side to side. His arms can move. He can T-pose. It's got elbows up to around there. Bicep rotation. He can break his wrist if he wants. Got waist rotation. If you move his ass flap out the way, then you can kick forward that far, back that far. So it's got knees up to there. You can do the splits. Ankle pivot up to there. This can swivel. And the foot can go up. For whatever use that is for you. So if you want to have fighting like he's posing like he's fighting Sound Blaster, whether it's the Siege version or the, I guess, the Core Class version, and the wider, because yeah, huge size difference. I don't know, maybe a Core Class Blaster would be cool, but I don't know. But yeah, this guy does look really cool, whether it's posing or just in a static pose like this. And even with the rewind, even in the, like, even with the translucent plastic, if it's standing still, it still looks really nice. So, complaints? Well, aside from this guy being translucent plastic, the same complaints that I had with Blaster pretty much apply here. So, pretty much not going to repeat myself, but Twincast specific complaints. I wish the gun was red. But yeah, nothing red paint can't fix. But still, you know. I also wish that they retooled the chest to take 2 cassettes instead of 1. Although, again, probably just because of budget reasons, they didn't do it. So, these 2 complaints, like they are understandable, but still. But, well, do I recommend Twincast? Now, if you're a fan of, like, the Headmasters series, then absolutely, because this is a really good figure. Because Blaster himself was a really good figure, in my opinion. So, yeah. Or, if anything, this guy is Blaster. And this is Billy, if anyone gets that reference. But yeah, like, I just love this guy's colors. So yeah, this guy is definitely a recommendation for me. So yeah, this has been my review on Legacy, Evolution, Twincast, and Rewind. And this is Charlie Young signing off.